How's everybody doing? It's Josh Goldstein coming to you live here. And I got a call today that was very upsetting. A client of mine called me and told me that her mother passed away. This was very upsetting news. And I expressed my condolences to her and her family. But her main concern was that her mother petitioned for her. So her mother filed an I-130 visa petition for her. She's outside the United States. What happens in this situation where the petitioner in an immigration case passes away during the case? That's the question that I'm going to discuss today. If you don't know me, my name's Josh Goldstein, and I help people get green cards, visas, and work permits, citizenship, and things of this nature. I do this because I'm passionate about bringing families together and helping people get unstuck and overcome immigration obstacles. This is what I'm passionate about. This is my work. I fight visa delays and other kinds of delays. I sue immigration agencies to help people just like you who are frustrated, who are waiting and waiting and waiting and are not getting anywhere. This is what we do. So today, I want to talk to you about the situation where the petitioner passes away. I want to give you this great information. So God forbid, I hope you don't need it, but if you do, I want to share with you what you need to know to get the case approved or how you can get the case approved. So the section of the law that you need to worry about is called 204L. And if the visa petitioner passes away while the case is pending, the question you have to ask yourself is whether the case can be reinstated. And whether you're eligible for relief, usually that situation comes into play when the petitioner, the person who passes away, is the person who filed an I-130 visa petition or an I-730. So I want to explain what the eligibility requirements are in order to get that approved. First of all, one thing you have to know, sorry, just getting a message here from someone. You have to have the death certificate for the visa petitioner, and the request to reinstate the case has to happen, and you have to file that within 2 years of the death of the petitioner. So that's the requirement. And then you also have to prove, you have to find a joint sponsor, a substitute sponsor. And the substitute sponsor has to be a relative. That's one thing that you have to do. And you have to show that you are in the United States at the time of approval. That is one thing that you have to meet. And so if you're not in the United States at the time that the person passes away, then you are out of luck. So that's very difficult. Those are the basic requirements that you need to know. And you know, this is a very technical thing. So if you're ever in a situation where the visa petitioner or a member of an immigration case passes away during the case, you definitely want to reach out to me or another immigration lawyer right away to make sure that's taken care of. So that's really important news. That's what you need to know. It's a sad situation, but these things come up and you need to be prepared for it. There's a lot of help. I helped a Jamaican guy who'd lived in the US for many years last year, this happened to him as well, and happened again today. So I hope you and all your relatives are extremely healthy and that no one is in a situation where they need this kind of advice. But if you do, there is help. There are options under the immigration laws. You certainly wouldn't need an immigration lawyer to navigate this, though. That's what I have to say. That's what I want to jump on and share with you. I'll definitely be here to answer any questions that you have. If you have questions about this, or if you have questions about anything else, I want to thank people for tuning in and for listening. Here we have Gil. You're the best. You got this, sir. Thank you, brother. Hope you're well. Hope you're well and doing great. Who else is out there? Maurice has a visa delay in Manila. As I point out in all my live broadcasts, my wife is Filipina, so definitely feel a nice connection to the Philippines and want to help anyone who has a case that's delayed in Manila. Who else is out there? Hey, Armando's Meticulous Auto Detailing LLC, aka Rocky. Hope you're having a great day too. It's good to see you. Thank you for tuning in, brother. Thiago coming to us on LinkedIn. Is it really taking 6 years for over 21 son or daughter? It might take more than 6 years. This is a case that's not given a lot of priority status. 21 years old is kind of a cutoff. It's where you stop meeting the requirements of being a child under the immigration law, so it could take a long time. But that shouldn't stop you from filing the petition. Get it filed. It takes however long that it takes. That can be very, very difficult. Let's see here. Here we have Rees, our friend on Facebook. How to expedite my case as I'm going to university full-time? What document should I provide to get it expedited? Okay, well, I'm not quite sure exactly what type of immigration case you have. It says that you're going to university, and I'm going to assume that you applied for an F1 visa and the F1 visa is delayed. If your F1 visa is delayed, there is a way to expedite this or to request that it be expedited. And the guidelines for expediting, again, I need to do a separate video on the expedite request, but you need to articulate why this needs to be scheduled. For example, let's say one of the guidelines for expedite requests is severe financial loss. Severe financial loss. So if you, let's say you have a full scholarship to a university, and if you don't get there by August 1st, you're going to lose your scholarship. That would be a severe financial loss. You could document that. You could show that you have a scholarship, that you have to get in by a certain date. And this could be a compelling way for you to get everything resolved. And you put that in. Those are some suggestions that I have. Let's take some more questions. Here we have Hinda Suleiman. Hey, Josh, nice to see you again. Nice to see you, Hinda. Thank you for spending some time here on my channel. I have a question about my I-130. My question is, if the case has been approved and my marriage certificate didn't accept, what should you do, right? Well, I guess my question for you, Hinda, is what's wrong with your marriage certificate? Why wasn't your marriage certificate not accepted? What's the problem? This is something you would need to review with a lawyer and take a look at that marriage certificate, see what the issue is, and see what we can do to sort that out. Vincent, beautiful picture of you with your significant other. It says, kind of hard to get answers from you. Guess you're just picking certain colors to help. Oh man, that's harsh. Let me go back and find your question. Is it hard? Is this your question, brother? Is it hard to apply after you get married? Well, I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that. You can apply for a green card after you get married. Marriage could be the basis for an immigration case in many different ways. And sometimes these cases get hard and sometimes they're easier than others. But yeah, it's definitely, there's a way to do that. If you have specific questions, let me know and I'll try to answer them. Is it hard? Is not is not, it's hard for me to answer that because it's so general. I'm sorry. Here's Captain, my Captain, beautiful car. My question, we're in the US on holiday. I hope you're having fun, by the way. And after meeting my mom, my wife, not a citizen, wants to stay in the US to go to school. Should I change her status to F1 or adjust her status to green card? Well, sounds like you're having a good time here, Captain, and your wife is not a citizen. I mean, it's hard to say. Let me tell you a few questions that I would ask you in order to figure that out. First of all, if your wife is not a citizen, does she want to live in the U.S. permanently or just go to school here? Because students just usually stay for a semester or a few years and then they go back to their home country. On the other hand, green card means that you're a permanent resident of the United States and they live here permanently. So it's kind of depends on what you want to do. You should definitely give me a call. I'd love to chat with you more specifically about this. I don't know what you should do, but I could help guide you through that conversation and help you ask the right questions. Nasir, our friend on YouTube. Josh, sir, can you help me out? Can you help me with something? Let me know. I've been asking you a question. Oh, man, I missed your question. Forgive me. Let me go back. I haven't got an interview. Can you help me out? Let me find your question somewhere in here. Nasir, I'm waiting for an interview. Can you help me? I might be able to help you. Let me explain. A lot of my work has to do with helping people who have delayed immigration cases, delayed citizenship, delayed green cards, delayed work permits, and things of this nature. And a lot of these delays have to do with visas. And if you filed your visa a long time ago and you've been waiting, and you never even got an interview, then that may be something that we could help with a lawsuit. So I guess you would need to reach out to us and schedule a meeting with a member of our team so that we can check it out and see what get more details on your situation to see if we can help you. Nasir said, I'm a U.S. citizen. It's been 2 years and I haven't gotten an interview. We can definitely help you. We can definitely help you. I'm going to put my email here, Nasir, and I would love for you to email me and let me know what's going on and how I can help you. That's a J Gold law. So shoot me an email. Let me know how I can help. If it's been 2 years and you haven't gotten an interview, it's time to take something else. It's time to do something else. Here's a question from Daughter of the Most High God. Thank you for spending some time on my channel. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your question. I'll do my best to try to answer it. It says, hi, Josh, how long does it take to get Form I-130 for children approved, having gone for an interview over 2 years and the case is still pending? Again, as I said to Nasir, a lot of my work is focused on helping victims of immigration delays, where the agency is just not processing your case. And you're doing everything you can. You've been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. You know, you're stuck. So in this situation, we file lawsuits against agencies to help people. And if you filed an I-130 for your children and you haven't had an interview and 2 years has gone by, well, then you can definitely fight that. And I would love to help you because it's not right. It's not fair. It's not reasonable. It's not legal for them to make you wait that long. Here's a question from Shaliwa York. Hi, my friend's wife is in the process of getting her citizenship. He wanted to know if he can file for adjustment of status while she was going through the process, or wait till he gets her citizenship. I guess that would be, I would need a little more information about that. Sometimes, a little tired here at the end of the day. It's been a long week. Sometimes it's possible for a permanent resident to petition for their wife or their husband and file the case through adjustment of status. And sometimes people have to wait till they're citizens, and it just depends. It says, Reese says, what's the best time to call you just for 2 minutes? Is that possible? Absolutely. Reese, the best thing to do is send me an email with your contact information and put a little details about your case and let me know something so that I can figure out what kind of help you need, and then I can figure out how to call you and figure out whether I can help you out. Mezen, hey Josh, what happens if we file a writ of mandamus and waiting for a reply, and my son after 1.5 years has been in administrative processing? Well, if your son has been stuck for 1.5 years in administrative processing, then you should definitely file a mandamus lawsuit. You should definitely challenge that delay. That's not fair. That's not right. That's not legal. Let's get you unstuck and get your son over here. I don't even like being away from my son during the day when he's in school and when I'm at work. So my heart goes out to you and your family. Here we have Sahab. Says, Josh, I left a message for me. Your team said you'd contact me immediately. I don't think they gave you the message, nor did I get a call. So both my visa appointment with Josh is delayed. Ah, no, that's terrible. That's terrible. Shahab, send me an email with your details and your contact information. Sorry about the delay for the visa. Sorry about the delay from me. I'll have to sue myself to help you get delayed. Man, looks like Mezen's son turned 21. I would definitely help you out. Here's another person, Brenda, beautiful, beautiful baby. Can you please answer me, please? Yeah, let me go back and try to find your question. I'm getting some great questions, and I want to thank everyone for spending some time here. I'll try to be as useful as possible. I've been waiting for my U visa for over 3 years and have yet to hear it back from anything. Is there anything you can do to speed it up? I don't know, but I'm not, probably not. The way that the U visa system is set up makes it so that you have to wait a long time, and it may not be something that I can get resolved more quickly by filing the lawsuit, unfortunately. Chip says, I'm one of your clients. How can Manila get away with what they're doing? Even with my mandamus lawsuit, they're still delaying my K-1 visa. It sounds like they can. I know what you're talking about. Man, 2021 is not going as well as I hoped it would. It is really tough in Manila. Russia, UK, the consulate in UK has just shut its doors, so it's very frustrating. We're trying our best to help people like you and others, and it's very difficult. So my heart goes out to you, and I want you to know that I'm doing everything that I can to help challenge a delay in a very frustrating situation. Sometimes I have clients who are very frustrated, and they take their frustration and focus it on me. So that's frustrating as well. Please send your contact information so I can reach you. Well, if you look above my head right there, you find my phone number, my website, and I also put my email address in the messages, and you can find me here. That's another way to reach me. Nikki said, Josh, I overstayed my visa, but I'm married to a U.S. citizen. My case is complicated. I've gotten bad advice. Nikki, hit me up. Give me a call. I'd love to help you. You sound like you might have a good case. Have I won a mandamus lawsuit in Manila lately? The answer is yes, I have. In 2021, I've gotten visas issued, K-1 visas issued in that consulate soon. And hopefully you will be getting yours approved soon too. It's not something that I can get things approved in a week or a month or even 2 months. The general guidance I'm giving now for people that hire me for mandamus lawsuits is maybe 4 to 6 months. So it's tough. But I want you to know I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. It's not easy. Facebook user, thank you for tuning in. I think you've asked this question a few times, so I apologize if I haven't gotten to it fast enough. Hey, Josh, K-1 visa 221G, non-revalidation. What should I do? What exactly do you mean by non-revalidation? So sometimes when the K-1 visa is pending, the visa petition, the K-1 visa petition will expire. And at that point, maybe you can refile the petition, or you could get married and start over, or the consulates will revalidate the petition. So I guess I'd have to know a little bit more about that. Paula Joy Bartolome, thank you so much for asking this question. This is a really, really good question. Is it possible for an embassy to make a decision even though the U.S. attorney is trying to dismiss the lawsuit? Yes. Yes, it is. I know it makes no sense whatsoever. The right hand doesn't know what the left hand is doing. They don't know what they're doing. I'll give you a perfect example, Paula. I have a case where my client contacted me, was like, Josh, you're amazing. You're my hero. I love you. This is the greatest thing ever. And I said, well, what's going on? He's like, the consulate, they scheduled my interview. It's been delayed for years. And after we filed the lawsuit, now I'm finally getting an interview. Oh my God, I'm so happy. Then the next day, the U.S. attorney filed a motion to dismiss the case. So on the one hand, the embassy is doing exactly what we hoped they would do. And on the other hand, the U.S. attorney is trying to dismiss the lawsuit. We don't really care about the lawsuit, Paula. All we care about is getting the visa issued, right? Getting the case approved. Does it make any sense? No. Can I explain why that would happen? I cannot. The only thing I can think of is that the U.S. attorneys are not really talking to the agencies. They're not communicating. So they don't really know what they're doing. One agency is approving the case, the other agency is trying to deny the case, and they're sort of at cross purposes. All we care about is the result. That's it. I hope that helps, and I hope it inspires you a little bit. Elizabeth Gudifa, thank you so much for spending some time with me and for your question. Love all my subscribers on YouTube. If anybody out there is listening and hit the subscribe button, I would be forever grateful to you. We've got some amazing videos coming up, and hope you will like them. My mom applied for an I-130 for my brother, and my brother had an interview for the petition. I'm the co-sponsor as my mother doesn't work. The consulate asked for my mother's 2020 income. Okay, what shall I do? Well, I think what you're asking here is the consulate asked for your mother's 2020 income tax return. What shall you do? You need to respond and provide them. You need to provide the consulate with whatever document they ask you for. If the consulate asks you for a copy of your mother's tax return, then provide them with a copy of their mother's tax return. Yes, your mother does not have sufficient income, right? You know that. And you're the co-sponsor. But even though your mother's income is insufficient, they still want a copy of their tax return. Why do they want a copy of your mother's tax return when her income's insufficient and you're the co-sponsor? Why is that? I have no idea. I don't know why they do that. But again, I don't care. I just give the consulate whatever documents they want and try to get the case approved. Does that make sense? Sandra, can you please check my comment in the live chat room, please? Okay, I'm gonna go back up. Hi, my father won the lottery but can't cash it because he's an immigrant and wants to give it to me but can't. What should I do? Congratulations on winning the lottery. Sandra, I have no idea how to answer your question. I don't know anything about this. Maybe your father should contact the lottery and see how to handle the situation. I have enough trouble figuring out how to handle immigration cases. I don't know how to handle lotteries. I've never won the lottery, never really hardly ever bought a lottery ticket. I know nothing about it. Forgive me. I hope you won $100 million. Congratulations. Figure it out. Good luck. Abdullah, thanks for helping people. Wish you good luck. Right back at you, my friend. Thank you. Yeah, Mezen, I know. You filed mandamus, waiting for a lawsuit. Son will turn 21 in 3 months. What will happen if they're late giving us an answer? If that happens, your son will be ineligible for the visa. And so we are going to do everything we can to help you get this approved in time. And I'm going to try extra hard. I'm going to make calls. I'm going to pull strings. I'm going to do backflips. I'm going to jump out the window. I'm going to do everything I can, Mason, to help you because I understand how important that 21st birthday is. And the good news, Mason, is that the consulates also get it. They know. And if we can get their attention, I think we can get it approved. And I'm gonna, it's really, this work is really a passion of mine. I take it very personally. And when I see someone's son who's stuck abroad and their 21st birthday is coming up, that's a hair on fire emergency. And we really need to fight hard and treat it with some urgency. Back to Paula. She says, I know someone's due date, the U.S. attorney is dismissing it, but a couple of the embassies are already asking for passport and re-medical. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening in my office. And my clients freak out. And they're like, oh my God, it's getting dismissed. And I'm like, hang on, don't worry, we got this. So, Sandra, really don't know. I'm not sure what to do about your lottery win. Here's a Facebook user with a question. I went to the interview and I was approved, but when I went to get my passport, it was written 221G non-revalidation. I want to see, well, you can help me. I'd like to see that paper. Why don't you email it to me so I can take a look at it and give you some specific advice. Here's my email address, brother. Here it is. Send me the paper so I can take a look at it. I'll try to give you my opinion. I don't know what it means. It's hard to answer in the abstract. Here we have a friend from YouTube, 29 Super C. Hi, Mr. Goldstein. If my EB3 case, that's an employment-based immigration case, had all the relevant documents submitted by June 10th, 2020, and my I-140 was approved in November 29th, how can I get my case expedited in Trinidad? This is a case where I would file a lawsuit to challenge the delay. That's what I would do. I would sue the consulate, the State Department, and USCIS and the other agencies because that delay is taking too long. It's not fair. It's not reasonable. It's not right. And waiting just leads to more waiting. So my friend, you should reach out to me and my team and see what we can do because if you wait, who knows when they'll get around to you. It might take another year, it might take 2 years. They might never get to you. So we definitely want to fight that. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. That's about all the time I have. Have a blessed night, and I'll see you